YouTube, what's going on? Did y'all see the Miami Dolphins got spanked? It's crazy. The Eagles, they went into overtime with the Washington Who's, and you know what the Cowboys did? They aired out the Patriots. Sorry, Austin. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is YouTube. It's a super biased sports show, place where a fan can be a fan, no matter how biased their takes are. And people on this show have really biased takes. But I'm here with some dudes, some real dope dudes. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and we're gonna jump in this one. You're muted.
All right, what's going on, man? It's Austin here, Patriots Nation, bro. Yo, Patriots Nation took that fat ass whooping today, but you know what it is.
It's about it. The NFL guru, the dad bod. Yeah, man. Today's a long day. Oh, man.
Listen, y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We appreciate y'all for rocking with the channel. So, it's been a long day. So we're gonna jump right in. I know the game probably started.
Yeah.
About to start, but we're gonna jump right in here. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back on for the Tuesday night live. So let's just talk about one. The biggest one I want to talk about is that Philly game. They went to overtime with the Washington Commanders, and the way Eagles fans was talking, like, "Oh, we got this in the bag." It took a Terry catch that he didn't get the second foot in, because if he got that second foot in, that was game over.
That was game. Then
they end up kicking the field goal. They get the W. They escaped, but that was a little scary. Philly don't look as dominant as they. I mean, yeah, they 4-0
last year.
Yeah, that's a scary 4-0 that they've been on.
Yeah, they literally could have been 0-4.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah,
it really could have flipped anyway. It's kind of crazy.
Just like the Chargers could be 4-0. The first two games they lost by 5 points total.
Yeah, that's kind of scary, man. I mean, to me though, that's good football. That's good football. Like, it's definitely different. It's not like, even what Kansas City came out week 1. Didn't they take a L?
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
So it's like the teams that was dominant last year or made it to the Super Bowl, they're not looking the same. So it's really interesting.
Did the Commanders find their franchise quarterback in Mr. Sam Howell?
I told y'all about Sam Howell.
Oh, Mr. Sam Howell, is that the franchise quarterback for the Commanders?
Is he him? Is he him?
Is he marching down the field with a minute 40 to tie the game?
And he did it though, and he did to take it in the OT. First of all, against a Philadelphia defense who's supposed to be top 5 at least in the NFL.
Yeah.
Best defensive line, best linebackers, best cornerbacks. Let their fans tell it. They got the whole all-star team on their defense, and the
whole Georgia defense.
Yeah, the Georgia boy. Yeah. So,
but yeah,
that's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
but
Sam Howell looked pretty good, bro. I'm gonna say it now. Jalen Hurts hasn't looked very good at all. I'm not gonna lie.
So okay, this is what I was gonna say, and it kind of applies to both of them.
Yeah.
Does Sam Howell look good? Does Jalen Hurts look bad? Or is it their new offensive coordinators?
Could be. The enemy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did Sam do last year with whoever the coordinator was?
I mean, he beat the Cowboys. That was about all he had going for him. He beat the Cowboys. Commanders, LOL. Never get used to that. Nah, never, man. It's just such a weird name.
Baker Mayfield.
And Baker's been going crazy with the Bucks.
Baker's back, baby.
That's the cute. Well, he wasn't ever there, but
he was there.
Nah, his because he made it to the the playoffs and won a playoff game,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and he was crowned king of Cleveland. LeBron wasn't there.
Hey, at least he didn't pull a Johnny Manziel where he couldn't get back into the league.
Thank you.
Now
Hmm.
that's
Because Johnny Manziel owes somebody some money somewhere.
I mean, hey,
that ain't no way to live life.
Johnny Manziel, man.
So the one game Sam Howell played last year, he had 169 for a touchdown and an interception, and he went 11 for 19 with 3 sacks. Through 4 games, he got 961, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So, I mean,
it'll be interesting for him though.
Yeah.
I think the Bieniemy as his OC is blessing that entire offense. I think that and their defense is healthy, which obviously that's going to make. I mean, they got if healthy, that defense is scary. Like that defensive line,
good. Yeah.
So you know what I mean, like having those pieces back, and then now getting a solid, a Super Bowl winning, offensive coordinator makes a world of a defense to still go with Riverboat Ron. So you can't be mad at that. So that's not bad for them.
Right.
But
imagine if Patrick Mahomes didn't have EB though to start his career.
Right, like do you think it would be different because that offense
might.
does look a little bit different now without him.
Without him,
I mean, hey, you never know.
It could be him.
Only one could wonder,
the future.
Though.
Yeah. It's cool. Like I mean, some of these players they come into these situations and they're just absolutely blessed.
Yeah.
Because of the situation that they either get drafted into or whatever. But you flip it one way or another, and it could definitely be different. Because like. I mean, look at New England. Look at Philly. Like they're 4-0, and this is the 2 weeks in a row where Philly fans is like, hey, a win is a win.
Right.
But you a Super Bowl, contender. A win isn't really a win when y'all just came off the Super Bowl. They had a chance to really go undefeated last year if Jalen doesn't get hurt. You know what I mean? Like they were dominating. So I don't think that they're like a team that's in a position to say a win is a win. Now I'm not saying that as a hater. I'm saying that in the sense of like you would think that team would be a lot like a well-oiled machine at this point, but then again, you lose 7 or 8 defensive players, but they brought back their offense and upgraded at the running back position.
Yeah.
So it's like, why does that offense look like that? That's my
quarterback.
The first game versus us, Patriots saying
the quarterback.
It's the way he stands, huh? How Ramon?
He
How about it? It's the way he stands.
He squats. Every single it's weird.
I looked at it today and I was like, that looked different. Like that. I see. I don't really watch enough Philly games. Like I mean, I'll watch them here and there, but like not enough. And I seen that today, and I was like,
it's one of those things that you notice. Because when I noticed it last week, I was like, "What?" Because he always do it. Because that's for the handoff thing, the RPO.
Yeah,
it's easy, but it's just
stupid. Herman Thomas said, "New coordinator." Which
the Eagles?
For the Eagles, yeah, that definitely makes a difference. What was I about to say? So okay. I'm trying to get some stuff together. So, all right. So Philly barely escapes Washington. So that, although a win is a win, right? Like I'm not going to take that away from them, but they had to go into OT to beat them 34-31.
And they let them
Sam Howell.
And they let them march
down with a minute and a half.
40 left,
no timeout.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was like. Oh, I sent it in the chat. I said no time. I said this game is over.
Like 57 seconds.
Yeah. So Sam Howell comes out 29-41 for 290 and a touchdown. Not too bad. But that offense was kind of shut up for the most part. They got 40, 80, 90, just under 100 yards rushing. So they didn't really do nothing. But then Philly, Jalen Hurts came out 25-37, 319, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Swift only 14 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts 9 carries for 34. Gainwell 4 for 14. This dude Brown, man,
Bro,
9 receptions for 175 yards.
Excuse my language. Excuse my language right here, bro. But ever since he bitched about not getting the ball in the Thursday night game,
oh my God,
Jalen Hurts is feeding him dog food. He's feeding him steak, bro.
Well, listen. All I know is Devonta Smith better get on that wave and complain because he's costing me in fantasy. He's costing me right now. Give Smith the ball.
Because AJ caught a slant for 2 yards on Monday night.
It's like crazy. Force feeding. This man got, and he's just killing. And then the other thing about that is Washington defense, the D-line is good, but the DBs is garbage, man. Like, AJ ran downfield. He looked like he was running in reverse, and they still couldn't catch up to that, man. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
So that was a crazy game, though, but it went into overtime. So, it does leave some questions for Philly. It's like, what type of team are they going to be? I wanted to look at their schedule real quick before we jump into the next one. So, all right, they got the Rams. That could be a little bit of a game.
Yeah.
Because they're going to go.
Is it in LA or is it in Philly?
At Rams, at LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it could be. Hey, Cooper,
so that could be
Cooper Kupp back next week?
He might be.
Yeah.
He might be.
He should.
And, I mean, one thing I will say is whenever Philly goes up against a good, experienced quarterback, they struggle. They get diced up.
Yeah.
So, Stafford, if he got his weapons back, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
They got the Jets. They're going to steamroll the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see – I mean, maybe that Jets defense might put up a little bit of a fight, but as far as their defense versus the Jets offense, they're going to cook. Then they go to Miami. Miami just got stomped today. So
every team
they go to Miami, though?
Every team is going to have a bad game.
In Philly.
Every team. Cowboys had the bad game last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had the worst game against the Cowboys.
That's a fact.
Patriots had a bad game. Well, y'all haven't really had a terrible game, but today was y'all bad game.
Yeah.
So y'all could have won all the other games.
Yeah.
Every team. So what the Bills didn't. Everybody have a bad.
They had the bad game.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because we're known for being super biased against the Bills. The Bills came out. They played dominant football. Like I will give them respect because there was a few things that I had question marks. One of their DBs was questionable or out for this game.
It was Poyer.
They lost.
Was it Poyer? Not the
Poyer.
But he was out.
Started.
Yeah, and so like I thought that this, especially no Von Miller, Poyer being out, I thought that Miami had I still think I thought Miami was the better team, right? We've been saying that all offseason that they look like, and then the way that they started these first 3 games looked like they were the better team. Buffalo took that personal. They took that personal. So my thing is, like, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. They dominated. They did what they were supposed to do. So you can't be mad at that. So shout out to Buffalo for doing that. And this is the thing. We got to give them the respect because all offseason, what was we saying? We said the Jets was going to either win this division or Miami was going to win the division. We didn't a lot, especially you, Bonnet. You had Buffalo at the bottom of the division. Now,
I had them third. They battled them 3rd and 4th. I had them down.
Okay. Yeah. So it's still early. So we're not gonna. I mean, there's some Bills fans that's talking about Super Bowl.
Pedro's alive. I didn't know. I thought he was.
Hey, speaking of, since he is alive, don't forget to hit me with that that fantasy payment. I don't know if you was on that list, but if you was, got to catch him when we can catch you. So I'm gonna give Buffalo their credit. They got that one. They dominated, and Josh Allen blessed me in fantasy about the one fantasy that I am going to win this week. Josh Allen blessed me. So, Miami looked bad, 48-20. And let's just look at the Josh Allen. All right, as much as we hate on turnover king Josh Allen, listen to this stat line: 21 of 25 for 320 with 4 touchdowns and 4 rushes for 17 yards and a rushing touchdown.
They just have
you got to give that man his credit. You got to give him his credit.
Golf clap.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad at him for that. He blessed me. So, I'll give him that. But let's look on the other side. Tua, 25 of 35 for 282, which isn't terrible, but he only had one touchdown and he had an interception. But Austin, you said this earlier. He don't want to be called A-Chain. He want to be A-Chan.
Yeah.
A-Chan with the eight rushes for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Is that the new RB1?
Is he the new RB1 in Miami?
My boy got the Stream East up on the.
Now that I'm gonna bring it in periodically so you don't get striked.
Yeah, there you go. You about to get that link shut down. But so Miami got to get back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
What is this win? What do y'all think this win means for Buffalo though? Like what do y'all think?
Let me see what they got coming up.
That's what I was about to say. They schedule.
They folded Pat Mahomes. For me,
it was a good win. Oh, okay.
They playing Giants next week, I think.
Yeah, they do play the Jags, but they play them in London. So the next 3 are the Jags in London, then the Giants at home, and then the Patriots on the road. I feel like, I don't know. I wonder if the jet lag or the time change will get to them for this week versus the Jags.
If they leave this weekend, tomorrow, they should be straight.
I mean, because remember, the Jags.
Oh, my gosh. Who is that? Who's number 10? Is that Pacheco?
The Jags are in London already for this week, so they don't got to adjust anything.
The Jags is chilling.
Yeah.
And didn't they win? Didn't they get the W today?
Yeah. Versus the Falcons, yeah.
Fourth quarter game and said that's WWW. So he's saying Jags W, Giants W, Patriots W.
They had their Super Bowl today. This was their Super Bowl. This literally was their Super Bowl. And I would just keep it as that.
I will say this. I think so. You kind of do have a point. I mean, I'm not going to say this is their Super Bowl, but the point that you are trying to make on the hater side is this was a matchup that they had circled because everybody kept saying that Miami was going to be the better team this year. They put a lot of emphasis on this game. Like you could tell that this game meant a lot to the Buffalo Bills, the players, the fans. You could tell like it meant a lot to them. With that being said, you know what happens when teams do that? They go all in on this game and then fast forward to this next game versus the Jags. That one wasn't scheduled. They gave all they had to this. Now they traveling to London. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It could be a totally different game. You might look up and Josh Allen might have a fumble or 2 interceptions, or whatever.
The Jags is out there for 2 straight weeks.
Right.
They chilling. They already there. They don't got to travel. You know what I mean? So
what they did say over the broadcast is the Jags are changing hotels, and the Bills are coming to the hotel that the Jags are at right now. But that was about it. They didn't have to travel or nothing. So
that is true. That's not bad. Pedro said they overhyped Miami beating Denver. Okay, but is it overhyped when you drop 70? Like, I mean, that does. It's still it's an NFL team.
Different. That's different.
It's an NFL team that has a lockdown secondary.
Yeah. And they got a decent defensive line. Yeah. Like, I think you have to put this into perspective. Like, you don't see they could have got the scoring record. Like, there's no overhyping something like that in the NFL. Yeah, so now did Miami get the big head off of that? Probably 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And did Buffalo bring them back to Miami or bring them back to reality? Yes, they did. So you can't, in my opinion. Now, everybody, listen, this is Super Bias Sports Show. You can have whatever, opinion you want. In my opinion, though, I don't think it was overhyped. I just think that, like I said, Buffalo was the better team today, and they're the number 1 team in that division. So just like Buffalo Bills fans kept saying, we are the top dog, and anybody that's trying to beat us trying to, take our seat, gotta beat us. Then there you go. So, it makes sense. He said, is it locked down when they get 70 on them? Well, that's the whole point. They don't get 70 every week. No one drops 70 on anybody, which is why you got to overhype it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, shout out to Buffalo. Like I said, their defense had them on cuffs. Tyreek didn't do nothing. I got the Tyreek to a stack. and it cost me this week, and I lost. So it's like they failed me. I got two in another league, failed me. So I mean, shout out to Buffalo. I mean, you can't always walk around with this, oh my God, everybody hates us mentality. Like at some point, it's good conversation to have. Not like me, especially as a Cowboys fan. We're 3-1. No matter what we do, we beat the Giants. Everybody hated it. We beat the Jets. Everybody dogged it. Then we lost to Arizona, and everybody was going crazy. Like, oh, that was trash. Yep. Now we come out, we beat the Patriots, and it's right back to they only beat
the Patriots.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like you just roll with it. Be excited for your team.
Yeah.
All the other stuff is extra. So it is what it is. But Buffalo. If anything, I think that the Jags game could be a loss for them.
It could be a trap.
Come out playing, I think it's a trap game.
I don't
but
think
the Giants game,
Jags ain't trash.
That's the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The Jags being in London already.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Traveling like tomorrow or Monday Monday.
And the Jags. So Bills are first in the AFC East. Jags are third in the AFC South. So technically Buffalo technically the Jags are the underdog. So you know what I mean? Like
I know you
technically
mean.
In that case it would be
the
a
underdog. The Jags are the underdog against them, of course.
Right. But then I mean I would say if I'm saying this, I say Buffalo loses to the Jags, they beat the Giants, and they beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's what I would see. But then that Tampa Bay game, I could see them losing to Tampa. Like and there's no hate. I just feel like Tampa's like got this thing going where they got a lot to prove, and it's Baker and the Mike Evans thing. So and Buffalo lost some players. I don't know how serious those injuries were.
Yeah,
but they did have some players.
Trey White had an Achilles. They're looking at an Achilles injury. So
again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like Trey White. I like Tre'Davious though. That's the thing. I would like him to stay healthy, but
he just can't. He can't.
I know.
It's tough. It's definitely tough.
I hope he ain't tear it. I hope he just pulled her out.
I mean, typically when it's an Achilles, it's there you go. Pedro said it's ruptured.
Oh, yeah, he gone for the season.
Fourth quarter said we lost Trey White. That's it. So, okay. But Poyer didn't play today, right? Like, so he's got some type of injury. Maybe he'll probably be back.
Headlining on AP, Achilles tendon injury to Bills cornerback Tre'Davious White is feared to be season-ending.
Yo, why are we on the subject of them?
ACL, whatever, a tear, rupture, whatever.
Last time was ACL. Damar Hamlin, did he play today? I know he was active. Did he play?
He started for Jordan Poyer.
Okay. Do we have any? Hey, so okay, that adds another layer to this, then, right? Like, how we say Dallas last week. I feel like Dallas was all disoriented after Diggs got hurt and Thursday. Half our line got hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's mental was there for that game.
Right.
Because there's no real explanation as to why like Arizona beat that. Not like that we lost, but we got whooped on by them, right?
Yeah.
So look at it in the reverse is that Hamlin had his game back. There was a lot to prove. There was a lot of talk with Miami. So that's the more reason why I feel like that Jags game could potentially be a trap game because they gave everything that they had to beat Miami. Now it could be reversed. They could come out and stomp the Jags and do what they should do because if they are a top team in the NFL, they should run through the Jags, So it'll be interesting to see. But that's dope though. Shout out to Damar Hamlin for coming back and being able to play
I think
back in the
was
NFL.
His first game.
Huh?
Yeah, it was.
His first game.
Yeah.
He ain't have no stats, but at least he was on that field.
Right.
He was on the field. He stayed on the field. He made it through the whole game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all we wanted. A lot of prayers went out for him. So shout out to him. Definitely dope thing for the Bills.
Absolutely.
So we talked about them. All right, Dallas Cowboys. That was a whooping, man. Like the Patriots.
All these games, I was just listening to on the radio because I was driving back from the city. And I'm like, these games, can I find a good game to watch or something? To listen to? I'm like, gee.
nothing. And y'all didn't help my boy Zeke out, right? Like y'all, he should just stay in Dallas after that. Like y'all, he came back. It was emotional.
I told this to Bonnet. I'm like, I don't even know why he came to New England if he wants to win. You know what I'm saying?
It's about that money.
He didn't come. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't come to.
Yeah.
He didn't come there for the money.
Hey,
he
thanks
came
for
there.
the raid. Thanks for the raid, man. We appreciate the VOC raid. Look at him coming true.
Yo, that's dope.
Sir.
Oh, hey, all of y'all, go ahead and like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Please, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. This is our first raid of the Super Bias Sports Show, a place where a fan can be a fan.
Yo, shout out to Fox. Yo, seriously, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Yo, this is a dope moment, man. Listen,
I had raids and other stuff, but this is my first raid.
Oh man, yo, shout out to y'all though. We definitely appreciate y'all. This is the Super
hit the
Sports
sub button, hit the like button and the sub button, man.
Definitely, please do that.
Hit that noti bell.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all. Hey, Vach, that's Cowboys Nation right there. Let's go. Respect to Cowboys Nation.
Yo, what's y'all team? I hope all y'all not Cowboys, man.
Yo, Vach is a big time Cowboys content. DC4L, let's go, baby. Drop it in there. Let's go, baby. We appreciate. Hold on, where is it at? Here we go.
Yo,
let's go.
For the one time, I gotta do it for the one time. I don't want to.
What up? How about the boys? The Dallas Cowboys, that is. What up? What up? How about the boys?
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Yo, seriously, shout out to y'all. Please
we got
hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Eagles fan in here.
Come through.
Any Giants? Anybody?
Nah, ain't no Giants
Cowboys
fans.
Creator, so
ain't no Giants fans. Listen, this is dope. We appreciate y'all for sure. While y'all in here though, we talking about how the Dallas Cowboys just stomped the New England Patriots. They came through. They shut up all the noise from last week. Arizona game was rough, but we came through. We balled out today. So with the DC4L in there, we them boys. Shout it out. They got to respect it. One thing I will tell y'all about Cowboys Nation is they always come through no matter what. They always come through. So it's big shout out to y'all. Even fourth quarter game said Giants fans ain't real. Yeah, so shout out to y'all.
Eagles. Quick question. Since all these fans are here, who's the best team in our division? Is it the Cowboys or the Eagles?
You know me. I'm going with the Cowboys, man.
Giants hang in there. We're gonna be in there though, but
I don't know.
Giants
unbiased take. It's the Cowboys, bro. I'm not even lying, bro. Even though they lost to the Cards, bro, it's the Cowboys as of right now.
Unbiased take as of right now.
Unbiased take
as of right now. It will be the Cowboys as long as they have no more catastrophic injuries to key players.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they got it. The Cowboys defense is legit. They're top 2 now, I think, not 3, but top 2. But the thing that's like I'm worried about is that when y'all go against a solid team like the 49ers or somebody like that red zone offense, man, I don't know what y'all gonna do about it. I don't know what y'all gonna do to it.
Listen,
today was the first day that a wide receiver caught a touchdown.
Yo, but see, this is the thing. Everybody been hating on Dak heavy, and no one is paying attention to the fact that like tight ends are dropping the ball in the end zone. Like this stuff is actually happening, and you can't deny it. And it's like, but everybody wants to blame it on Dak. But Dak is coming out. He's playing good, efficient football. He's not turning the ball over. Everybody was upset because he led the league in turnovers and all of that. But these dudes aren't helping him out by any means. They're not securing the ball. They're dropping it. Schoonmaker had the ball in the end zone and dropped it. Like that takes away from those issues that you're looking at. So it's like the team's got to hold back up their quarterback, and they're not doing it. You know. And then on the solo video I did the other day, I talked about getting Deuce involved in the running game in the red zone and getting Luepke the ball. What did they do? They gave Luepke the ball back to back. That's the touchdown.
Yep.
Like, you stop handing the ball off to CeeDee Lamb doing these trick plays. Power football, get behind that offensive line, boom, get it in there. So it's like Dak has one interception this year. He's playing good, efficient football. The defense, this team is built on this defense doing exactly what it did today. You cannot blame Dak solely for that Arizona loss when the defense did not show up to play.
The defense didn't play no defense in that game.
That's a fact.
I would not blame that on that.
Zone. That's a fact. No, and that's my thing. Like, there's some Cowboys fans that was out here like going crazy on Dak, dogging him and all of that. Hey, but it's a team sport. It's a team sport. So am I going to be mad at that? Like,
right.
One, I listen. If the defense scores 30 points a game, I could care less because that's still 30 points for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. It's hard to get a win in the NFL. As long as you get the W.
See,
that's what matters. And talking about win, I'm about to show a sneak peek real quick. And boy, oh boy, this is just this is terrible. They getting blown out the water, man.
17-0.
17-0.
No,
that's not even. That's no agree.
Yeah.
Cooked them.
But I do want to say on the Dak interceptions, what I think Kellen Moore's offense was passive aggressive as to where I think Mike McCarthy's is more conservative. So he's not throwing like 40 passes a game, 50 passes a game anymore. Mm-hmm. As to where if he was in Kellen's offense still, I think he would still be throwing 40 to 50 passes a game. And end up
Bonnet, shout out to that raid. We up to 783 subs. 42 likes on this video. Yes. Yeah, we appreciate that for sure. If anybody keep liking this video, keep subscribing to the channel. We definitely appreciate y'all. We small,
put up.
But we
He said deuces to the algorithm because once that raid dropped in, algorithm just went crazy.
Yeah. No, shout out.
Mahomes is unstoppable. Look, like I always say, I say there's Pat Mahomes, and then there's the other QBs.
Yeah.
There's no comparison.
Look at it this way, as Nick Wright looks at it, Mahomes Mountain.
Yo, Kevin Robinson, that's a fact. Don't let them divide our team into offense versus defense. Teams got to deal with all phases of the game versus the Cowboys, and that's a fact. This is the thing that pisses me off is that they don't do this to any other team. If Philly's defense come out and win the game for them, it was a team effort. Defense. It's lockdown defense. But when Dallas defense do it, Dak Prescott is trash. They can't do this, and it's like, yo, stop doing that, man. Like, football is a team sport.
Jerry Jones for all of that, man.
And that's true too. But like, okay, talk to me about this. Like, one thing that I can't stand is like, think about the USC versus Colorado game. What was it? It was Caleb Williams versus Shador, and it's like, no. Shador and Caleb didn't go off against each other. They played defenses. So stop acting like, this quarterback beat this team, so they're better than that other quarterback. That's not the case, man. Like, they're not playing offense versus offense. They're playing offense versus defense.
Better than Tom Brady.
Exactly. And we all know that ain't the case.
That is not the case. That is far from the case.
Yeah.
And I'm a Giants fan. But hey.
He said we literally do that just to piss off the thin-skinned Cowboys fans, which that is true, and I understand it.
True.
And this is my thing. Like, when it comes to Cowboys fans, like, there's like a section of Cowboys fans that are like delusional, fake. Yeah, and it's like those are the ones that everybody shut up. Those are the ones that everybody talks about, but then it's like some of us that's realistic that we always get dogged on, and it's like, yo, I didn't say that we were going to the Super Bowl. Like, I still got San Fran as the number one team in the NFC. Like, I still have them there, and they're doing nothing but proving me wrong. Like, I've said it ever since last year. They're San Fran, Purdy, they're going to get figured out, and they haven't got figured out because he's got Christian McCaffrey, who is still healthy, and we're not praying for an injury
Yo,
but we also
that
did not
man
expect him to
twisted
still be there.
McCaffrey, bro. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
the MVP right now of the league, but he's the MVP of the league right now.
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey. If he continue at this rate, dude is probably
That's a
gonna
fact,
have
Kevin.
almost 25 touchdowns, bro.
yeah.
170 scrimmage.
So
Ridiculous.
I think this is Joe. Yeah, Joe. He said Dak
Yeah.
didn't play well the first 3 games, but this game he was better. But he got to put up points in. Show me which game that Dak didn't play good though. Which one
They
did
will say is the Giants game that they even though he ain't have no turnovers, but
he didn't have an
need
opportunity to because the defense kept scoring.
Yeah.
So like
to.
you can't say that he played. This is the thing that I'm talking about though. And what other game and what other team do they get a win and they rip the quarterback's performance apart?
Mhm.
Like we've watched games where QBs, Peyton Manning literally won a Super Bowl because of his defense.
My
But ain't
man had
nobody saying
10,
nothing
10
about it.
throws that Super Bowl or something like
Dude couldn't even turn his neck. He was out there like this, won a Super Bowl. But what do they say? Peyton Manning, Super Bowl winning quarterback, 2-time, right? Because he won it in Indy and he won it in Denver. They only try to do this when it comes to the Cowboys. And it's like at some point, like this nonsense got to stop. Like it's a team game. I don't want to hear that Dak didn't play well. He's got 1 interception on the year. He's playing efficient football.
Yeah.
Look at the numbers. Look at the tape. His tight ends are dropping passes. CD didn't even go up for when in the Arizona game when it should have been a pass interference call. CD didn't even go after the catch. If CD even just tried, he would have caught the ball and it's a touchdown.
Yeah,
It's more to it than just the quarterback and everything is being put on one person. So
he didn't play before.
hey, look at this one though. He said Peyton Manning worst postseason QB.
That's probably
It's facts.
factual. Even though
when he was in Denver, it was defense.
He won 2. Yeah, because Eli Manning had more than him, and then Peyton Manning ended up getting the next one to tie up.
But so okay, you said that you can't keep counting. I think you're saying you can't keep counting on the defense. That's not realistic. But we literally just showed you. You just said it your own self that Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl being mid at best. Why? Because of his defense.
And that's
so why is it not realistic?
Because then he had what? Dwight Freeney, or I can't remember. That Colts defense was legit. Was legit when he was there.
Yeah. So Kevin said, "Why not? We've led the league in turnovers 2 straight years. That's a fact.
Last year and the year before, and currently this year too.
Yeah." But so, okay, Joe said, I never said he lost the game. I just said he missed throws. The same thing for Jalen Hurts. He didn't play well in the first 3 games. He went in the first 3 games. This game, he went to work. Right? I'm not saying that you said he lost us the game. I said I did put you in the category of what everybody else has been blaming Dak. But you said that he hasn't played good. And my thing is, I'm like, show me where he has. To me, a quarterback not playing good is not if he threw for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, is how many turnovers did he have? Mac Jones didn't play good today because of his turnovers, right? Like he literally kept throwing it to Deron Bland, which I appreciate because my boy is like he's Diggs Jr. out there with the interception, so I appreciate it. But it's just like
his decision making was so terrible today.
Yeah.
Why run all the way across the field, right?
And throw it that way.
Throw it back to the left.
Body.
Back to the left.
It don't make
and
sense.
not put anything on it and screw Kendrick Bourne, and then you get the pick 6 to Deron Bland.
I wouldn't say that it's not realistic that the Cowboys defense can do it because I'm going to ask a question. I doubt anybody is going to know this answer. You remember the Bears with Brian Urlacher. They went to the Super Bowl. Who was their quarterback?
Nobody
Jay
knows.
Cutler.
Yeah, it was Cutler, but I'm saying hardly anybody would know that. Why?
Yeah.
Because that defense was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But that's my thing. Like it is a realistic thing because what is the saying? Defense wins championships. Like how do you think Denver beat Cam Newton? Right?
Wait,
Huh?
He said Rex Grossman. Was it? Y'all can go ahead. I'm researching.
I don't know if it was Rex. It could have been Rex though. That's
It sounds. Yeah, but we could continue. I'm gonna look that up.
yeah. Look into that. Let's see.
Oh, yep. He said it was Rex. Two Giants do it. It was Rex. See, we didn't even know. I thought it was Jay Cutler. Rex Grossman.
He said Matt got paid to throw the game. Listen, I don't care what happened. Pay that man, deposit in his bank account, do what you got to do. Hey, but if all I'm saying is that out of what are we 4 games in, right?
Yeah.
The Giants game, we got the turnovers. The Jets game, we got the turnovers. The Arizona game, we didn't get the turnovers, but I also just said that I think that it was more to that game with the Cowboys, with injuries and all of that played a role. We're not going to make excuses, but think about the mentality of where these players' heads was at. But then you come out in New England, the defense comes out, gets turnovers. You can't tell me that it's not realistic when 3 out of the 4 games we got the turnovers and we won. And, I mean, everybody's going to say that these teams are trash. Cool. Like, at the end of the day, they're in the NFL. Like, you gotta respect them at some point. Yeah, because, again, these same New England Patriots went tit for tat with the Philadelphia Eagles 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, so it's now only because they play Dallas is a totally different team. It just don't make sense to me. So, you know, to me, that's kind of crazy. But, you know, it's just the name of the game, and that's how it goes. You know, Philly is 4-0, and it's a shaky 4-0, but they're 4-0, right? When it comes to Philly fans, they're going to say, we got the W. It is what it is. So why can't Dallas have that same respect? Rex with the
but the thing is, that Super Bowl, the Bears, they was right. They could have won.
Yeah,
it was in it till the end.
Yeah.
That shows that a defense can do it. And the thing is, the defense can do it. Dak is a capable quarterback who can hold it together, and he's a great game manager. So I'm not gonna knock that out. It's just sometimes when it's the crunch time, he just it's like him and Tony Romo. Like Tony Romo just put on the uniform and let's go.
I mean, I feel like there's just a lot of stuff that comes into it. So we'll see what happens. But my thing is, I'm taking it one game at a time. We're 3-1. Let's keep riding this. If your QB isn't mobile, it's going to be a problem. That's a fact. And there's not too many mobile QBs.
I'm going to bring up the defense. The defense wins championships, right? And the Dak playing terrible, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at the 2014 Seahawks. Right?
Oh boy,
the Legion of Boom. That defense was ridiculous. I'm only bringing it up because that was the year I remember they went to the Super Bowl. But the Russell Wilson for the year had 3,475 yards with 20 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
That looked like Daniel Jones
Super Bowl. He made the Super Bowl. Look at that defense. Michael Bennett. Freaking the Legion of Boom. Who else? Bobby Wagner, RJ, whatever, right? KJ Wright.
Cam Chancellor.
The Legion of Boom, bro. Like, look at that. His year wasn't even that good.
Right.
And they made the Super Bowl. That defense, because that defense was elite.
Exactly. Dak was the one that was leading after, like, the first.
Yeah.
After his rookie season.
But everybody kept saying was, they was just padding stats. Oh, it's garbage time stats. It's like they always find a way to discredit what he's doing. And it's like at some point, like last year, he owned it. Like no one defended Dak and said like the turnovers weren't an issue. We said the turnovers are an issue. Dak needs to clean it up. But there's also more to the story. There was a lot more to the story, and it's like no one got it on Josh Allen with all his turnovers. It was just like, oh well, you know, he's the potential of him winning the game. We'll take it, and it's like you can't change the narrative like that. Like it don't work like that. But I want to address this. He said, "Do you think the Cowboys don't miss Diggs? Of course we miss Diggs.
Yeah,
like that's your arguably one of your best.
That's your best.
You could argue as the best player on the team on the defense." On the team, really, because our defense is stronger than our offense. So, yeah, you miss him. So, yeah, I mean, that happens. Austin is correct. People don't remember how bad Wilson was, and now people seeing it and as is he's with the Broncos. Exactly. So
Sure.
I didn't.
But-
I
no
honestly
no
didn't realize
offense
how
to
his year was that year, and they made the
no
Super Bowl.
offense to Tom Brady, but how many Super Bowls did he win by like 3 points?
because he had great defenses.
I'm not gonna
Like,
knock
let's keep it
the
real.
great elite I Manning.
Yeah,
How many Super Bowls he won by 3 or 4 points?
right.
2. Literally. And we don't want to bring up the
Zach is best on the
Ravens.
team.
We don't want to bring up the Ravens and their 2 Super Bowl runs because the Ravens defense was ridiculous. The only person who really does it without a defense, there's one person currently that does it without a defense, and it's this young fella right here.
Yeah, that's
Pat
right.
Mahomes.
Just to let you know, it was a holding in the end zone, so it's a safety.
Yeah.
Yo, so
So they
Two
scored
Giant
2
Goofball
points.
said he said Stoners was saying that
2
Eagles had
lost.
secondary injuries. That's what he was giving it. So okay, I get that. And yes, right. I mean, injuries do happen. I don't think that the injuries. I mean, I'm gonna say it, and people might be mad at me, but I don't think the injuries on the Philadelphia defense are equal to Diggs' injury. Like, I don't see if Slay went down, then I would say okay, I get that. So it's like it does make a difference.
Hey, yo,
He said,
and that
"What
was the
excuse
only-
we're 3-4-0?" Okay,
And that's one time I rooted for the Eagles was when they played the Patriots. And Terrell Owens.
he said Bradbury is some doo-doo.
Yo,
And Terrell Owens, he played with what? A broken foot or something like that? Or shoulder?
Wasn't
or
it his
something?
his leg?
His leg,
It was
yeah.
his leg.
And
He
had
came
like
back from a
100
broken leg.
He had like 130 yards that game. Terrell Owens against y'all back in 05.
Yeah. I thought they was gonna win that. And I think everybody was rooting for the Eagles because
they
everybody
said that
was
old
tired
boy
of New
wasn't
England.
in shape. They said McNabb wasn't in shape, that he had vomit on that last drive and all that.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, it happens. It definitely happens. He said Slay may break a hip at his age. That's crazy. Yo, Slay went down for a little bit in this game though. Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. I wish I was at AT&T today. I know it was crazy out there, man.
Okay, so
I know it.
When they won the Super Bowl, going back, I'm still on this.
No, you're good.
But when they won the Super Bowl in 2014, so I was saying the year they lost it, they made it, and then they lost it in the Super Bowl because of the 1 yard throw that they should have ran. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew. But when they won it, he threw for 33-57, 26 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. So he really didn't have super good years those years when they made it to the Super Bowl. No. And that was to his defense. So
yeah, and then when y'all had Randy Moss that year, they went nuts.
Yeah.
They went nuts because Randy Moss broke the record, Tom Brady broke the record. They went stupid. But they didn't win the Super Bowl. Why? Because their defense couldn't match up.
Mm-hmm.
I Manning.
Yeah. Joe said, but the same defense just got cooked by Josh Dobbs. Okay, but Philly's defense been getting diced up for the last 4 weeks, though. Like, I mean, y'all 4-0, but don't act like that's a 4-0 of like pure dominance. Like, y'all literally were a toe away from losing this game today.
I want to ask Joe.
I'm gonna say this. No, hold up. I'm gonna give the Eagles credit only because last year we dogged them how easy their schedule was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this year they got one of the toughest schedules, and they're still 4-0. Congratulations, Eagles. That's my stuff for the season for y'all.
Have they really gotten to the meat and the potatoes of the schedule yet, though?
They haven't.
If we're being honest,
the Giants is going through the meat and potatoes of the schedule.
I mean, who really has gone through meat and potatoes at this point, right?
I could name a team that has.
It's week 4. It's week 4.
It literally is week 4. Like, I don't think right now you can put anybody in the Super Bowl or any of that. Like, it's week 4. Right. Look at the injuries that have already happened, right? Y'all, Judon, something with his shoulder, right? Like, these are big injuries that are going to play
Christian Gonzalez with the shoulder, and then Judon with the bike.
And the biggest
That's what I meant.
injury,
Yeah.
the biggest injury of all, Aaron Rodgers got
Yeah.
hurt.
Whoa. You got to hit a pause on that one, bro. No.
Yo, what?
Bruh.
He said, "Have we played against better talent than the Cowboys or the Giants?"
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask Joe how nervous he was on that drive compared to overtime. Joe,
if he being realistic, he was.
Joe, be realistic? How nervous were you on the last drive with the minute 40 and the Commanders marching down the field? I just want to know if you were nervous at any point. If you,
because
why he answered that? I'm not really shocked at this game though, because think about it. When Eagles was undefeated last year, who broke the streak? Washington.
Yeah.
Right? And Washington showed last year in that same division, they beat the Cowboys 24-6. They tied with the Giants, even though we're not going to use that as a victory. But exactly. Right? So Washington has shown that they have grit to compete with the teams in division. And now they got an Eric Bieniemy where it's like, all right, back in the past, they look like they was competitive and things like, but like now they look like they can actually win these games, right? So I wouldn't even be surprised if Washington is the team that splits with all the teams in the division. You know, they might.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
It's definitely possible. You know.
But so let me get to this though, because he said, "Have we played against better talent than the Cowboys or the Giants?" They beat the Patriots 25-20. They beat the Vikings 34-28. They beat the Buccaneers 25-11, and they just beat Washington 34-31. I don't think any of those teams have a winning record. The Buccaneers do. The Buccaneers have a.
And I would say the Giants have
right, but I don't think
schedule so far in that division.
I don't think any of the teams that any of you guys played in our division have winning records though.
But that's what I'm saying. So the
Giants.
The teams are the same, though, is what I'm saying. The Giants definitely have because we got to win a record. But what I'm getting at is that.
Well, you got to remember, at that time, it was week 1. Both teams was 0-0. It's a little different there.
That's true. Oh, no, he said San Fran. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, too. But my thing is this, though, is that, like, my only thing, I'm not discrediting Philly. Like, they're 4-0. Like, I'm not hating on it or none of that. I'm just simply saying – they're 4-0 with really close games that you wouldn't expect from the team that just played in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm getting at. So my thing is that they do look different. They're winning, great, but they look different, right? Like they look a little bit different, and you got to look at that.
Like Kev said, division games are different.
They do.
Literally, they are.
All right. Well, then you do your thing. Chop it up in the chat. Then that makes sense. Okay. 2 Giants. Yeah, Giants. He gonna talk his talk in there. All right. So what else y'all want to talk about before we wrap this?
Well, we could talk about since he got in here. You know, is it the Caleb Williams sweepstakes for the Bengals?
For the
yeah,
Bengals?
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
I was listening to the game and I'm like, oh my gosh. And you like, no, how
look, if Joe was looking utterly disgusting, even then, you don't pay no quarterback the highest paid quarterback.
No. Y'all gonna trade.
But if anything,
let's say y'all get the number 1 pick, y'all trading that.
Nah. Bro, we have a win, bro. I doubt we're gonna get number 1 pick. But I will say this: it's the way I'm looking at the season, because like me as a fan, I can deal with the junk talk, right? Like I was in Twitter Spaces today, right? When the Bengals lose, it's over 350 people in the Twitter space, right? But when we win, it was like literally like 50 to 60 people in the Twitter space, right? Let's keep it a stack. It's a lot of people that has been conditioned throughout the years
To hate on the Bengals.
To hate on the Bengals, right? Not even because they just have an innate hate towards us, it's just because we wasn't relevant in their eyes. So the last 2 years, you have this team who just ascends to like the top of everything, and they go to the
One of
Super
the
Bowl,
top
and then
4
they
teams in the
competing for the
NFL.
AFC Championship, and then they feel like it's these fans coming out of nowhere, which a lot of us already been fans. It's just when you keep going to the playoffs and losing in the wild card, you don't really got too much to talk about. But you got multiple 10-win seasons, right? But you got at the same time the way fandom is in football now, it's very toxic, right? So if your team is not winning, everybody's waiting for that moment to get their clap back, right? So
Yep.
it's just like think about it. Think about the stuff that we dealt with in the chat today, right? Chat was going crazy, right? And I even peeped it early when I think Johnny had said something about Joe Burrow or whatever, right? And then I ain't gonna say his name on the chat, but he put ... in the chat, right? And it's people that's waiting to say things bad about the Bengals because the last 2 seasons we've been up, right? And we haven't been the team that everybody's conditioned to always see. And the way I look at it right now, like people trying to punt on the offensive line, bro. How many times can y'all expect these guys to block? Like we literally gave up 5 sacks in our first 3 weeks. Joe
Oh,
was
they
at the
just caught
bottom
a
of the league,
pick.
right?
Yep.
Right
They just
at the
caught a
bottom
pick.
of the league in sacks. And if you're constantly going 3 and out, short passes, bro, the offensive line is not going to keep holding up. Especially think about it. The Bengals probably have gone under center in the last 4 weeks of football, all of maybe 5 times under center, right? So if your team not going under center, where's the illusion
Ah!
of the play calling, right? You know, where's the illusion of the play calling, right? So we don't have the threat of a play action. You know, like you see most teams, they run a play action, then you see a crosser wide open. You're like, yo, how that happened? We don't have that because our team just sit in shotgun all day. So if anything, man, we taking for a better play caller at the end of the season. At the end of this season, the way if our record look bad, look, I take all the junk talk. I've been a fan of this team since I was in middle school. I done dealt with worse. All right. I will take it if it means we get a different play caller. Keep Zach Taylor as the head coach, cool, but stop calling plays and bring an offensive coordinator that's gonna shake things up, bro.
My boy said, ain't got time to hate on the Bengals. Too much energy hating the Cowboys.
Look,
That's a fact.
hey, goofball, you'll be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised, bro.
Boy,
Yeah,
they
man.
You'll
got
be
people that
They
surprised
got
got
at the
hate
things.
for
You'll be
anybody,
surprised at
any
things
one of
that
their
we
boy
see
teams.
that people say about the Bengals, bro. You'll be
Yeah.
surprised.
Hey, yo, shout out to my boy Dwayne with the just saying #Niner game. We ain't got nothing for you, man. I'm just hoping that y'all don't hurt none of my players next week. I'm hoping y'all don't take out my quarterback or my run back or whatever. Just have a little bit of mercy on us. But we coming for y'all though. We coming.
Yo, Dwayne
So,
also said. Dwayne also said we need a Shanahan coordinator. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I actually want to stay far away from Shanahan just because our coach actually was the quarterback's coach for Shanahan when he was in Washington. No, he was on the coaching staff when he was on Washington. He went with McVay when McVay left Washington to go to the Rams, and then we took him from the Rams. Heck no. I like Shanahan. As far as I see, two successful coaches from Shanahan tree is McVay and right now Mike McDaniels. Even Robert Saleh is struggling, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Shanahan's getting his wide receiver 1 open, so I mean, hey, he might be able to.
Wilson just died.
Yo, Q said link him. He want to join.
I just sent it in there. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be on here much longer though.
Right, because it was supposed to be like a 40, and then
this is a big thing right here.
We got hit with the raid, man. We got hit with the raid.
B-Rob, did you see the raid?
The what? Nah. Yo, I literally just got here. Like literally.
Bro, Voch Lombardi sent a raid and they came through and went crazy. They ran up our subs. We almost had 800 subs. We got over 40 something likes on this video. The comment section, it was Dallas big time in here. We got you, Q. So it was dope. It was definitely dope. So if y'all get on Twitter, definitely shout him out for doing that. That was dope.
What you said his name was again?
Voch Lombardi.
Right,
big time Cowboys content. Oh, Drew trying to come up in here. Yo, y'all trying to be on here all night.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna be here that long either myself.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all like a solid 5 minutes because y'all got look at Drew trying to talk. He muted. He ain't even prepared to be on screen yet.
I see a link. I just go in. It is what it
is. Yeah, Kev been here from the Voch. Yep.
Yeah, yo, seriously, Kev, shout out to you, especially for sticking around too. Like, we appreciate it. I'm telling you, the raid was dope, man. They came through. That was my eyes watered a little bit. It could be the sweat because I'm hot, but whatever. It was an emotional moment. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, Voch Lombardi though. Shout out to him. We definitely
big shout out to Voch.
Yeah, so definitely if y'all on Twitter,
hey, before Q or Drew cook up, did anybody go over the Pick'em League? Bro, I am getting cooked.
Bro,
I am getting cooked.
I'm one game out of first place.
I seen Tea Time at the top, and I was like, "Ooh, I see why he said something in the chat earlier." I'm like, "Yo, dude's sitting up high. He looking to get. Look, if y'all new to the channel, y'all don't know what we talking about. We talking about our NFL Pick'em League. We run it every year. It's already a lock-in, but pretty much you join in, you get a chance to win an NFL jersey, a team hat, or a team shirt. And that boy Tea Time is at the top right now. But it's a long season, man. It's a lot of picks to be picked. I'm coming.
Hey,
the words of Deion Sanders, I'm coming.
I'm back.
Tell that to your lady. Listen, no. Listen, B-Rob, I was at the outlet. I was in the sports store. You know how I always go there. And I started looking at some jerseys, and I'm like, man.
Yeah, don't get too excited.
Which one am I going? I could feel it.
Look, I'm the back-to-back champ for a reason. Don't get too excited, man. I just know I'm waiting in the bushes. As soon as y'all start seeing them 100-point weeks, just you be like, geez, where this guy came from?
Yo, hold on, pause real quick on the show, and then we're gonna let them say something. But yo, Cav Robinson, again, we appreciate you. We've been one thing about us is me, Bonnet, B-Rob. Y'all don't see his face because he don't got his laptop. And AJ is he in the crew. We back up to 4 people. It's official. He part of the SBS channel now. But we want to show y'all appreciation because we definitely we've been grinding and we be in our chat and we be talking like, yo, this thing gonna blow up. As soon as it get there, we just need the recognition. So something like that, that's dope, man. We definitely appreciate it. So, we try to be entertaining, especially with having this dude on the show right here. Dude just be saying some crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh. I gotta see Bonnet on Tuesday.
Y'all gotta
he be on one.
I gotta go to last Sundays, bro. Last Sundays got him.
Oh yeah.
They almost made me say some words. But all right, because we definitely wrapping up in the next couple minutes. Drew, what you had to say? You wanted to get in here.
You see the Jets are coming back?
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jets.
Like, Zach Wilson let that thing spin, boy.
Hey, any Chiefs loss is a W for the AFC.
Patty threw up a duck cover on the Jets defense.
Ain't no victories for the Bengals right now.
I still haven't heard of Taylor Swift.
I just don't want to see I just don't want to see the AFC Championship back at GEH Stadium.
At what point? And I'm not trolling, but at what point or how many losses do you until you call the season a wash?
Man, put Joe Burrow on IR this week. Put him on IR.
Jeez.
No. I said this in the chat earlier. Yo, Joe needs to go on IR. I feel like it's at that point.
Chase, and I understand Chase's frustration.
I'm not trolling.
You see my name.
He said it in camp.
You see my name, man.
He said take 4 weeks off. He said take the 4 weeks. He said we need Joe Burrow healthy.
Yeah, but did you hear what he also said today?
What did he say?
I was about to put this as my name, but I felt like it was gonna be a little on that a little sus. But I was about to put I'm always open. My boy said I'm open. I'm always effing open.
Oh shoot.
Today.
Trey dig. He's on his dig, so he's on his
said,
Stephon
"Yo,"
dig.
he said, "I apologize for cussing. I'm always open, bro." And look, I said it. We need that pressure because the play calling sucks. I don't care if Joe don't like being under center. Put that man under the center. You the highest paid quarterback in the league, bro. We need a illusion of a play fake, a play action or something.
Yo,
You
isn't it like
cannot run
90%
naked
of the
boots out of.
snap?
You cannot run naked boots out of shotgun. It does not work.
Because they just bringing that off the edge every single time.
Yeah, literally.
He can't move.
He can't move, and I'm sitting here like, yo, people are saying stuff about the offensive line, bro. If we sit in shotgun 95% of the game, who's gonna think that you're ever gonna just be running? Like, I'm gonna pass rush all game.
Yeah, you can't get like the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles are in it all game, but they have their ways with that offensive line. So
and that squatting, I already gave my props.
Hey, we see Mac Jones attempt the tush push today. It was an utter foul. It
Bro,
does not work for every team.
Bro, he didn't even try pushing himself. He just laid down.
He just laid on people.
It was like there's no one outside of him. He could have just ran for the first down.
That man, even the broadcaster said it.
Yeah, he looked like Jalen. He looked like Jalen Hurts on that Hail Mary throw in the Super Bowl.
Man, if I was on my computer, I would have pulled it up.
Look, even the broadcaster said, yo, he didn't even move his feet. He just like leaned forward.
There was no one outside of him. It was like, bro.
Man, let's just put it to rest. Mac was playing for the Cowboys today, bro.
Hey, but that is a fact. But now think about it. Put yourself in Mac Jones' position. If you were getting used and abused by the Cowboys defense like that, wouldn't you just lay out there like, yo, just somebody just get me off of here? Like, that's literally what happened. He was getting abused. He just wanted to get out of the game.
Look, I got this little theory, right? I feel like right now the Cowboys are like the Golden State Warriors when they had Kevin Durant, where they're going to give you the first 3 quarters where they just firing, right? Mm-hmm. And then if the game plan works, then they're gonna coast for the 4th quarter, right? And think about it, all the games that you guys are blowing people out, first quarter is some defensive touchdown. For some reason, Mac Jones thinks he's faster than these defensive linemen, and you're stepping up outside of the pocket with the ball still exposed, and you fumble it. Like, this is quick decisions, my guy. It doesn't matter if Mike Parsons is not out there. So.
And it goes to exactly what I was saying last week when people were, bro, Dak Prescott blew the game, did this stuff. Look at how the Cowboys are designed. They are defense first, and they know it. They put their money in the defensive side of the ball. So Mike McCarthy, what does he want to do? He wants to let his defense run loose, get your turnovers, and then play efficient ball in the offense. And then he said it after the last game. He was like, I took 5-step and 7-step drop away because we lost 3 offensive linemen. And it's like, what? There's nothing you can ask Dak to do when you're not giving him the opportunity to throw it downfield. You have no interior linemen, and everything is quick game to a defense that knows it. And he said the defense was just sitting there. They knew what we were going to do because we didn't have any offensive line. And we get the offensive line back today. What happens? Dak is 108 QBR again, throwing it all over the field, no problem. Defense is balling out. It's just that's how the team is designed. Now, if the defense don't step up and get those stops that they need, things might fall apart. But if the defense play good,
hey, credit to Mac Jones for throwing across his body to give Deron Bland a couple picks.
And bro, he called it out the time before. They were like, "That is not a smart thing to do."
No.
Yeah, that's the fact.
He's like, "It worked this time, but if he tries it again, what happens?"
Oh, Butterfingers made a catch.
Yo, so before we wrap this up, so we know what happened with the Cincinnati Bengals. We know what happened with the Patriots. We know what happened with the Cowboys. The Giants play tomorrow against Seattle. What's going to happen in that game? We got 2. How you do it? Where they at? One here.
Crazy game.
Two Giants content creators. Y'all talk to us before we wrap this show up. What y'all got going on tomorrow?
Drew, you can go ahead.
All right. I got a very close win. I really do. I think of all the teams, the Seattle Seahawks are probably the only team that's more banged up right now than the Giants at important positions. Their whole secondary is basically on the injured list right now at this point, except for ex-Giant Julian Love, who is giving up more receiving yards than anybody else in the entire NFL right now. Their entire offensive line is out, basically. They're probably both tackles still out. Obviously, one's still on IR, Abraham Lucas. You got Charles Cross is also doubtful for the game as well. Evan Brown, their center, is also questionable for the game. One of their guards is also dealing with an injury as well. I mean, this is a potential get-right game for the Giants, and if they don't, sound the alarm. And I've been very hesitant to not do that, but if they don't get it right this time, it's time to sound the alarm, and you got to do something. I'm just hoping we see Dable all of a sudden like this randomly during the game, and all of a sudden he takes over the play calling in like the second half of the Cardinal game, because something's got to happen.
All right, for me, I say,
you know what it is. It's that New York Giants, baby. You know what it is.
Bro, I know y'all ain't let this man play that garbage. Oh my God, I couldn't get to the what's the name fast enough to try to stop it, bro.
You know what? I embraced it. I just started dancing.
I say the Giants are going to win. I'm going to say they're going to win by less than a touchdown. It's either that or we're going to blow them out.
All right, hold on. Let the record show. This is the first game all year that DeBonnet has picked the Giants to win. So we're going to circle back to this because my boy been calling L after L after L. So he said, all right,
except the Cardinals. I didn't do that to the Cardinals, but
that's true. That's true. So it's going to be interesting. So, all right, close game. Both of y'all got it as a relatively close game, but y'all winning it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Again, if y'all, I appreciate everyone. If you didn't already, go ahead, like, subscribe,
Yes, sir.
hit that notification bell. This is the Super Bias Sports Show, a place where a fan can be a fan, no matter how biased their takes are.
What up? How about the boys? The Dallas Cowboys, that is.
Yeah, I gotta.
Shout out to Vach, man. Shout out to Vach Lombardi.
Yeah, big shout out to Vach. Big
up,
shout out to
Vach.
Vach. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to cook something up because y'all frustrate me. I gotta get something for myself. Y'all might come in the stream one day. Y'all might come in the stream one day, and we not gonna have this neon theme color. We're gonna have orange and black.
Hey, Halloween is here, so do it.
I need to up my spirits.
I got to shout out Pedro before he
dipped off
the show. He hooked me up. Oh, you got to get one Super Bowl. Oh, that's tough. That's funny. Hey, but we appreciate y'all, Drew. We appreciate you getting on cue for sure. Austin, you already part of the show, so you know what it is. He was on here before Bonnet was even ready. Mr. New York City left my laptop, did all this. B-Rob jumped on at the last minute. He's really low-key. He's been ashamed of his team, which why he's been coming on late. We're not listening to no other excuse. That's what the excuse is.
I hide my face today.
Hey, but again, everybody that came in, Vach, we appreciate you. Everybody that came through with Vach, we appreciate y'all. We definitely going to have some content dropping. Videos going to be dropping. We go live on Tuesday nights.
And now Sunday night. It look like.
And now Sunday night. So it's a dope thing. It's fun. And if you ever want to get on, we drop the link in the chat. You hop on like Drew, and you come chop it up with the boys. So we appreciate y'all. This is the Super Bias Sports Show, a place where fan can be a fan no matter how biased their takes are. We appreciate y'all. Peace. Go ahead, Bonnie.